Hey everyone, it's Dylan from the Black Forest Wood Company. We've got something very exciting to show you guys this week. Like we said, we're working on the largest dining table with resin that we've ever made. This ended up taking close to 260 liters. It's 20 feet long, it's 5 feet wide, and in this video you guys are going to get to see the pour, you're going to get to see us demolding it, and then now we've got it to the point where it's actually ready for CNC flattening. So this is going to be part one of a two-part video. In the second part, you're going to see us flattening, cutting to size, sanding, finishing, not delivering, unfortunately. This one's getting shipped, but I hope you guys enjoy. And don't forget, leave a like and subscribe so you guys know every time that we post a video. We just got this from GL Veneer. It's a $40,000 dining table that we're starting to work on. 20 feet long, it's gonna be huge, and we're not doing it in two pieces, so it's gonna be really, really heavy as well. Okay, so that giant slab that we got a little while ago, we're finally ready to start working on it. So we've got it on the trailer, and we're gonna use the Forerunner to get it pulled in. So that's, there you go, you can see it weighing down the Forerunner. It's gonna be kind of a little sketchy method of doing this, but it should work pretty good. Straight. Keep coming straight. Now we've got our slab put on our Avid CNC for flattening. So this machine can do, I think, 19 feet by 6 feet. So you can see we have a little bit overhanging at the end. And it's really important to make sure that you flatten your slab before you pour, because if you don't, you're going to get resin going underneath, then you're going to have to remove more material after. And as well, a lot of that rough sawn that you see on there is actually dirty. So if you pour epoxy, you'll get dust kind of bleeding out into your epoxy if you don't clean it off. And then after getting the slab flattened, of course we don't make it easy on ourselves. We have to take this upstairs to get poured. So we've got it on the long forks, and then we've just got it clamped to the forklift. I don't know if it's 100% safest way to do it, but it worked. Then you can see the boys run it upstairs frantically, and we have got to get this thing lifted onto some carts so we can drop it in the mold. Actually, we're not going to drop it on the mold. We're going to build the mold around this one. Now that we've got the slab upstairs, we're just using wire wheels to debark it. So the reason we do this is so we can get a stronger bond with the epoxy. If you don't, the epoxy is just going to bond to that bark on the outside. Now we're on to mixing the resin. So this is the largest single pour that we've ever done. It ended up needing 255 liters, and we're doing a smoky gray resin on it. So we're just putting our pigments in here right now, get those mixed in. And one thing I'll mention too is we did degas everything before we put the pigments in. We found that if you put your pigment in first and then you degas it, it kind of tends to separate the pigment from the resin, and then you have to mix it again anyway. When it comes to pouring now, there's honestly no real method to it. Like, we get questions a lot like, why do you guys pour on the wood? Why do you pour in the mold? And it's usually just random, whatever's more convenient. If you pour on the wood, you can kind of eliminate some of the bubbles that are created. But since our resin has such a low viscosity to begin with, even if you just dump this bucket in all at once, all the bubbles would probably still come out. So after the resin's cured for a week, we're ready to demold it. Now, obviously we can't just put our wedges under, so we've kind of got a big stick, and I just broke it, as you can see. So now we're putting an even bigger stick, and we're kind of rowing this through. And eventually here, we finally get it to pop. And now we got to get it back down. So if it wasn't hard enough to lift that slab up, we've added about 600 pounds in resin to make it even more challenging. So you'll see what we do, but this time we're going to utilize 2 forklifts instead of just 1. So Brad's just sneaking underneath here with our electric forklift, and he's actually using the top of the forks to kind of support that. And him and Spencer are carefully driving out in unison. And then we'll slowly bring this thing down and get it onto the CNC so we can relax again. Okay, so we got the table down. It actually wasn't that bad. We were anticipating it to be a lot worse, but with the 2 forklifts, it made it relatively easy, about as easy as it could be. So now we've got to flatten this whole surface. So we're using our Avid CNC machine, and we've gotten a Mana cutter in there. That's the bit we're using. It's from a Mana. And we want to go back down to the raw wood here, because on all of our tables we do over pour, like you guys can see about the thickness. That's about how much we over pour. Reason we do that is so that we can fill in all the cracks and voids in a single shot. So now Jesse's just going to take this, clean it all off, then we got to lift it off one more time, get it flipped, then we'll be on to sanding. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this table. Very scary, actually, trying to move this thing down. That was a little bit nerve-wracking, and whenever we pick this thing up, it's got like this giant bow in it. So we don't want it to break, but it hasn't broken yet. But we're really proud of ourselves for this one. It's always fun when we get to do such a unique and special project like this. And there's so much effort that goes into this from all the guys here on our team. So if you guys want to support us for free without buying a table, liking the video's free, subscribing's free, and I even think notifications are free. So do all that for us, it helps us out. And like I said, 2-3 more weeks, we'll have part 2 of this. So thank you guys for watching. Go get them!